Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Men's Chapter House. Here we're going to get straight into some rolls. I'm still dealing with a little bit of back injury, so this is like a warm-up round, and we're going to start standing, obviously, but still, I'm going to be taking it a little bit easier. I did something in my back, possibly a bulged disc or just like a pinched sciatic nerve, so we shall see. Here I fight for that inside grip, and he tries to do a leg sweep. Here I'm basically shutting down his hips, so once his hips start to come forward, I can basically just put my hands on it, preventing him from being able to get that rotational power he's looking for. And then here, instead of doing grips, I'm basically gonna shimmy his weight a little bit, and then do a leg sweep basically, or a foot sweep. I need to get better at attacking the lower body, and that's a good way of not committing my upper body while still being able to attack the lower. I need to work on that personally, so that's what my focus is probably going to be for a little bit for takedowns, is doing foot sweeps. Only can get better at them, right? Only can get better. So here I'm just riding on top. I'm not overcommitting any of my resources onto the inside. If he latches on to one side or the other, I can address it. Here I cross his arm over instead of him being able to cross my arm onto the inside. And here I'm basically just not allowing him to turtle up by holding on to that elbow so he can't cross his whole body. And I got greedy into the the mount pass, and I get caught. So here I put him in a cradle to encourage him basically to kick his leg out. This is typically the only reason I really cradle people. When you cradle people, you're not really doing anything other than holding them, which, I mean, to be fair, that is a pin, so take that as you will. But here I'm actually looking for him to basically kick out his leg so I can get my leg into the mount position. I should have escaped while I had that big old gap there. Instead, I try to do it way too late because he doesn't kick out. He uses his hand to help keep everything where everything's supposed to be for him. So I'm just gonna ditch this when he starts to try to come back up into me, and then I'm just gonna maintain chest contact. And here I'm gonna rotate so we can see a little bit more on the camera. But when I'm doing this, he's making good space with that underhook that he had, and I'm gonna use that my underhook after he starts to shovel it over, and then basically end up in a crucifix position, but I'm not going to rotate or anything, and then I lose the hand. So I'm going to come up on the top position and basically just ride hips to hips. He tries to turn and dump me. He doesn't have enough contact with the hand to get it, and then he tries to buck me off just riding his back, but all I'm doing is I'm just riding and coasting on top. I'm not committing any resources or anything, so it's really hard to get someone off your back when they do this. And then I just waited to circle into that arm bar position. And here I'm just waiting for the arm and a little bit of the movement to stop, because I have it in an Americana position. And it's supported, and then once the support's off, I just sit back just a little for Americana / arm bar. We're going to reset here in a little bit, but obviously we got to fix the gis and stuff like that. Gis are force multipliers, so you've got to be careful. Limbs and stuff can get caught in them, obviously. But also, if you are training a whole lot and you're like, oh, I'm just going to train every day. One, it's a lot of laundry. If no one's ever told you that. Training gi all the time is a lot of laundry. But on top of that, you're going to exhaust out your little digits, aka fingers. And then your forearm bones and stuff like that, they're going to receive a little bit more tension. And here you see he has my hip / back, but he doesn't control his arm, so I can key lock him, basically take him down to the floor. As you see, when we did this, it was very slow. When I had this key lock, I didn't slam or any of that kind of rolling stuff. I just kind of held on to it and then laid down, and then with that slow maneuver, we were able to keep it safe, basically. Probably not the most comfortable thing, but still safe. However, we had to take a small break because we thought that round was over. It was, so we just moved straight into a different one. Here, he's going to work the down position, and I make bad contact initially. I should have worried about grip fighting initially first. So here I'm just going to try to dominate the grip fighting, basically. Shoving him down, maintaining the positive contact, clearing the legs. Once I've cleared the legs, I start to establish basically chest pins. This chest-to-chest pin now. That makes it sound like it's super simple. How to pass guard is basically, make positive contact on somebody, clear the stages of feet, knees, then hips, and then start to control the upper body, whether that means like through knee on belly or chest pressure or controlling an arm. That is sounds simple, but you get better at doing it over time. But those simple steps have another person who gets a vote in how that turns out. I've been recently using a lot of this elbow pull, so it prevents them from basically turning to their side. And here I'm going to work his arm up. Once his arm is up, it'll be very hard for him to basically turn away from me that in a way that I don't want, because he's just going to give me his back if he turns all the way. And here I'm just holding him in this position. I really should have just attacked from this position, but I'm just going to basically go sit to the back. Here when I sit to the back, you see that my feet are engaged the entire time, and I should be crossing my hip line a little bit differently there for my feet. However, through the feeling of his pressures, I could feel that I wasn't going to hold the back the same way. So I went to a mount position and then back into a kind of side hip riding position instead of a back riding position. I know a lot of people will tell you basically just ride the back, but even in that half position, you have a lot of control over an individual if you chose to do so. Also, you can set up twisters and stuff like that. But that being said, this round's probably going to get to the close here pretty soon, and hopefully you learned something from this video. If not, that's okay. Maybe the next one. But I really just do these as a journal for my roles, and in the hope that someone gets to watch them and they get a little better themselves, add to the process. Alright guys, thank you very much for watching, and hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.